So exciting PlayStation 6 versus new Steam machine pricing comparison, and Sony teases a big reveal for the future of PlayStation 5. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, do you game on PC at all or not? We're going to be talking about what Valve is doing and what that means maybe potentially for what Sony is doing with the PlayStation 6 today. But do any of you game on PC? So comment below yes or no if you game on PC or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony teases a big reveal for the future of the PlayStation 5. Reading from Gaming Vault, following up on recent statements by Sony CFO Lin Tao that the company is only in the middle of the journey when it comes to the current console generation, PlayStation Senior Vice President of Marketing, Sales, and Business Operation, Eric Lempel, has similarly noted that the PlayStation 5 still has plenty more to offer. In an interview with BBC News, Lempel said that there is still a lot of great content and that Sony is just going to continue with PlayStation 5. When it comes to what exactly the PS5 has left to offer, Lempel was quite coy, noting that we're really hitting our stride now. He also said that there is a game that will come out and ultimately become the biggest selling release on the console. When it comes to specifics, he said, "I'm not going to tell you which one, but I think it's still to come." While Lempel wasn't willing to go into specifics, he was likely referring to either Marvel's Wolverine, which is slated for launch in fall 2026, or Rockstar Games' upcoming opus Grand Theft Auto 6. So this pretty much reiterates what's been said before in that the PlayStation 5 will have an extended support cycle. If you want to hold on to your PlayStation 5, you're going to be able to for some time. As for the huge game that will be their biggest selling title, I was confused by this a bit because is he referring to a title that PlayStation is going to release or a title in general that's going to release on PlayStation 5 that's going to be the biggest selling title on the console? Because I think that's pretty obviously Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, if they're referring to titles that PlayStation releases, Wolverine makes a lot of sense considering Spider-Man 2 is currently the second best-selling game on the PlayStation 5 this generation outside of Call of Duty. The other possibilities include Intergalactic or Cory Barlog's next game. If Cory Barlog's next game, for example, is God of War reinvented like how they did God of War 2018, that would be amazing and for sure become a huge seller for Sony. Another possibility could be something further down the line like Spider-Man 3 and potentially 2028. Since Spider-Man 2 was the second best-selling title this generation on the console, maybe Spider-Man 3 could top that. Either way, it's exciting to hear that there are even bigger titles in the pipeline. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation 6 versus Steam machine pricing and the new potential console war. So, a very interesting debate has been going on recently about what Valve's new Steam machine could mean for console gaming. I'm happy to see this conversation happen because we need that competition as consumers, as I've stated before. That's why I don't like personally how Xbox is going, but putting that to the side, now, do I see Valve's box really competing with PlayStation? I don't think so, but I'm not going to throw it under the bus just yet. Valve is set to release an RDNA 3 Zen 4 PC console that, from my understanding, is going to be around the capability of a base PlayStation 5. I first wondered why you would release something like this. Why would this be the case considering next generation is seemingly around the corner? But then I realized that Sony expects to support the PlayStation 5 for potentially another 5 years, so into 2030 or 2031. So if Valve releases this thing in 2026, it still has about 4 to 5 years before games start to leave it behind, which by that time I'd assume they'll release another box if this one succeeds, and we'll talk about that success in a sec. As for what other value this box has, of course, the obvious one, it's a Steam PC console, meaning it'll play your Steam games, which is, of course, a lot of games. And for someone like me, I've wanted a way to enter the PC space, as I've mentioned before, to play those indie titles that take a while to come to consoles. So I've been tempted to get something like a Steam Deck, for example, or Microsoft's next console, since it's going to be a PC console hybrid. And honestly, I don't know if I need the power of Microsoft's next console for the games I'm looking to play on PC, unless of course Sony releases their console after Microsoft. Then yeah, I'll get it to play those third-party titles at the best performance / visual levels. But if you're looking at pricing, Microsoft is intending to price their console at a potentially high premium price over $1,000. So it's going to be very interesting and probably more sensible for people to get this potential Steam box. And this is where we're going to be talking about price. Looking back at the Steam box, price is key here for success. I've seen people throw around high numbers like $700, $800, which at that point, considering the specs that we have here, this thing is just competing with PC boxes, I guess. But what if it's priced right? Moore's Law is Dead recently took the time to break down the numbers, and he potentially puts the price of the Steam box, Steam machine, somewhere between $449 to $599. If they price their console at $449, I'll pick that up at that price day one. That's a solid price. But fast forward to 2027, and Sony's about to launch their new console that's much more powerful with Zen 6 and RDNA 6 tech under the hood. Moore's Law is Dead puts the price of the PlayStation 6 potentially somewhere between $549 to $699. Now, this leaves the Steam box in a cheaper position, but if you as a gamer want a strong console, you're going to buy the PlayStation 6 considering how close the pricing is. Of course, there's also the possibility of Valve reducing the price in 2027 or sales happening to reduce the price further, and this is where things get interesting for the console space, and of course, that's competition. I really hope Valve prices the Steam box well and people are interested and go out and buy this thing, or obviously order it online. But of course, let's see how this goes. But you guys let me know if you're buying this Steam machine or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As always, helps and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the new console battle. This is obviously in reference to the Steam machine entering the arena against, Nintendo, PlayStation, and hopefully still Xbox in the near future when they decide to release their new box. And that's going to be really interesting considering Steam is doing exactly what Xbox wants to do with what I'm hearing in the PC space, a better OS, better than what Windows has right now. But maybe in 2027, that Windows gaming UI that they decide to release is probably something, or hopefully something really good, and that elevates the competition in the space. We want all of these guys to succeed, and it's going to be really interesting to see how this competes in the space. But the first thing is going to be that price. I really hope they price it well. So if you're excited for the future of the console battle now that Valve is re-entering the arena, destroy the comment section with the new console battle, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.